Well, what is up, my dudes? What is happening? I'm Jake Macabre, bro, and today I am hanging out. Come here, girl. Come here. Come here, Cheshire. Come here, honey. Oh, look at her. I'm hanging out with my doggy. Mwah. I'm hanging out with my doggy. So, guys, today I thought that we could do something a little fun and a little different. I have here before me a list of funny or weird questions that you can use to make conversations with people. And I just thought that today we would have a good time and answer these questions, and I would see if any of them are actually genuinely funny and see if any of them make me laugh. We'll see. I have no idea. So the first question is, you can flip a switch that will wipe away any band or musical artist off the earth. Who is it? I'm not sure, honestly. I love a lot of music. I also don't love a lot of music. I can't really think of an actual... Okay, here's the thing. I don't know his name. I don't know if he's doing music anymore. But there was this guy that my wife knew back in the day who started singing later on in his life, started writing his own music, and she showed me a video of him, and he has his own EP. He's on Spotify. He might have an entire album, but I don't know, and I don't remember who he is. But anyway, she showed me his video, and his guitar playing was mediocre. It was fine, but his singing was atrocious. It was the worst singing I've ever heard. He has a whole album on Spotify, and for some reason, someone somewhere thought, oh, you're talented, you should sing. And if I could flip a switch and wipe that off of the earth, I definitely would. Who would you really like to just punch in the face? I've never purposefully punched someone in the face before. I have most certainly accidentally punched someone in the face before, and you all know who it is. Dana is someone whom I have punched in the face before. It was an accident. It was certainly an accident, but I just remember that it happened, and I remember it happened, but I don't even remember how it happened. I think what happened when I punched her in the face was that, so it's happened more than once. We were in our church back years ago, and we walked out, and our church had a really big building, and I remember being like, look at how big this is, and she was right here, and I just got her hardcore in the face. And then one time we were playing Ninja. I don't know if you've ever played Ninja, but it's that game where you strike a ninja pose, and then you have to, hit people's hands, and when both of your hands have been hit, you lose and you have to leave the circle and whatever, and it gets down to like a one-on-one ninja fight. Well, Dana was next to me, and she wasn't paying attention, and one of her hands was right here, and I was like this, and I made my move and went and knocked her hand into her face. I still remember the look of shock on her face whenever I did that, because it was kind of the most out of nowhere thing that I'd ever done. Anyway, who would I really like to punch in the face? I don't know. Let me think. I mean, I have definitely met some incessantly irritating people in my life. I have met some people that it's just that I just couldn't. I just can't. I just cannot do it. There's only so much of you I can take, and that so much of you that I can take is very, very little of you. But I don't think any of them are people that I would actually like to punch in the face. Okay, this isn't a person, but now that I'm thinking of it, I watched the new Pet Sematary movie, and the stupid little undead cat. Every time he showed his stupid little face, I wanted to punch him. So there's my answer to that question. The stupid little cat from Pet Sematary. You accidentally ate some radioactive vegetables. They were good, and what's even cooler is that they endow you with the superpower of your choice. What's it gonna be? Radioactive vegetables? I mean, I'm trying to think of what kind of superpower a radioactive broccoli would give me. Superpowers that I've always wanted are the ability to fly. I've always thought that telekinesis would be kinda dope. I'd be really, really lazy with that. Basically, these things, teleportation, I think. Actually, teleportation would be really neat. That would be exciting. I don't know if I would want teleportation more than flying, because both of those are obviously like transporting me somewhere, but it's possible that teleporting would take me places obviously faster than flying. I'd have to fly super fast in order to want flight over teleportation. Those are the superpowers that I've mainly wanted in my whole life. Super strength, I think that could be kind of neat. I don't know how much use for that I would have, but of course I don't know how much use that I'd have for flying either. Well, except for traveling, it'd help me travel. But radioactive vegetables, it's a very interesting way to achieve a superpower. Like, just imagine being at like a superhero cafe or something like that, and someone being like, oh yeah, you know, Batman's like, right, you know, I built my suit or whatever because I'm rich, and Superman is a freaking alien, and then it gets around the table to you and your answer is celery. I ate some radioactive celery once, and now my armpits breathe flames, or something like that. I feel like that conversation would go a little weird, and I'm not sure how much room the Avengers would have for someone like that. The constant absorption of magical moonbeams mixed with the radioactive vegetables that you consumed earlier have given you the ability to resurrect the dead famous person of your choice. So which late celebrity will you bring back to life? Either Robin Williams or Alan Rickman. Those are the two celebrities that I would bring back to life. I'm not sure. I mean, I know that Robin Williams was having a lot of problems, so maybe I wouldn't bring him back, only because I wouldn't want to bring him back into a situation that he didn't enjoy being in. But Alan Rickman, man. I miss Alan Rickman. Or I would save my power for when either Maggie Smith or Dick Van Dyke die, and then I would bring one of them back. That was the easiest question out of this whole thing because I already knew my answers. Name the top 5 things to take with you during a zombie outbreak. I would be taking a bunch of guns. Does that count as all 5 of my things? I would take a bunch of guns. I would take my doggy, my sweet doggy. What else would I take? I mean, there's like practical things, like you take like a flashlight, you take toilet paper, that's number 3, toilet paper. And then, you take things like medicine, you take things like food, or is it talking about people? Is it the kind of people that I would want with me? Part of me also thinks that you could just live in Walmart forever. Like, I'm not positive that Walmart or like Costco or something like that would be a bad place to end up in the zombie apocalypse because they have everything that you could ever need. I mean, I'd love to say Target. Ooh, a super Target. Okay, I could live in a super Target. A super Target would be cool because you could have all of the food, you'd have all of the fun, and you would have all of the cool clothes. Not that that really matters in a zombie apocalypse, but still. How would you quickly dispose of a body in a hotel room? Well, the good news is I've never been in that situation before, so I can only speak in theory. But I guess, okay, so I'm trying to think of like all the hotel rooms that I've been in. I've been in some normal hotel rooms, I've been in some dope hotel rooms, and I have been in at least one sketchy hotel room where I thought I was going to be the body that was being disposed of. But honestly, in that hotel, I probably could have just left it there and not even disposed of it, and I don't think anybody would have come in and found it. Okay, guys, seriously, true story. Dana and my wife and I went to Amarillo, Texas one time to see a concert, and we stayed in a hotel that we paid $32 a night for. And when we got there, our room, my wife's and my room, was not clean when we walked in. It hadn't been cleaned since the last guests were there. And my wife is in housekeeping, y'all. My wife cleans a condo resort for a living, so she knows what it looks like whenever a room or a hotel room is clean. And this one was not clean. I mean, there was like hair, like all over the place. Like, it was one of the grossest things on the entire planet. So I kind of thought that I might find a dead body in there, but thank the Lord we didn't. I didn't sleep very well that night, and then we left in the morning, and I've never gone back to that place since. But that's not the point. Okay, so what would I do? I would like to say that I would try out a bit of Weekend at Bernie's tactics and like dress up the body with like sunglasses and stuff and try to walk it out and act like it's just like a really passed out drunk friend or something like that, because that's a funny movie. If you've never seen that movie, you should go watch it. It's a good time. But realistically speaking, I'd probably just drop it out the window and run. What is the least sexy name you have ever heard? Garth. Have you ever caught something on fire while you were cooking? Absolutely. I've burned food before, learning to cook. Absolutely, that's fine. But I think the funniest thing that I ever did was I had made the night before this happened, I had made chicken Alfredo. I had made homemade chicken Alfredo, my own sauce, I cooked chicken, the pasta, everything. And some of the sauce got on one of the other burners on my stove, and I don't think I knew that. And the next day, I was putting a kettle of water on for tea, and yes, hello? What's wrong with you? I put a kettle on for tea, and turned up that particular burner all the way up to high so that the water would boil quickly, and it caught on fire and caught my kettle on fire. I put it out, everything was fine, I cleaned it off, and it didn't actually like burn the kettle badly, it just blackened it and everything like that, and so I fixed it and stuff. But yeah, that's actually the only time I've ever really set something on fire while I was cooking. That's not including marshmallows. I set those things on fire all the time because I love a burnt marshmallow. What is your favorite dance move to do when you are at the club? Sit down at home, because I never go to the club. If animals could talk, which would be the rudest? Oh, a cat. What inanimate object do you wish you could remove from existence? My father's electric can opener. I hate that thing. I have never, ever, once been able to make it function. I don't understand it. And it's not just me. It's me, it's my dad's girlfriend, it's my brother, none of us. I swear, none of us can make that thing work. But then he just walks up and opens cans with it. But I hate that thing. And every time I go to his house and I have to open a can, I always tell him, you do it. Because I can't do it. And I hate your can opener. What's the most ridiculous fact you know? Farts come out at 10 feet per second, and a fart only smells when there's poop in your butt. If you were king or queen for a day, what would be your first rule that you would change? Well, I don't know if this is a rule, but I would definitely change the name of Canada to Canadia, because I have never once been satisfied with the name Canada. I just feel like Canadians should come from Canada, not Canada. I feel like Canadians or the Canadish people should come from Canada, but Canadians, I think, should come from a country called Canada. If you had to give up one thing that you do every day, what would it be? Getting out of bed. How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant? Where is the strangest place you've ever peed? When I was 2 years old or 3 years old, I barely remember. My family and I took a trip to Mississippi to see the Mississippi River. And there was a McDonald's boat, like a restaurant on a boat on the river. And we went there for lunch, and I remember my dad went off to go to the bathroom, and my mom asked me if I had to go to the bathroom, and I said yes, and she said, okay, let's go, and stood up to take me to the bathroom. But I instead went to the edge of the boat, dropped my pants, and peed in the Mississippi River in front of everyone. Do you fold your pizza when you eat it? Absolutely not. And finally, what is the most imaginative insult you can come up with? I hope you choke on a Lego and die. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope some of this was mildly amusing to you. Leave a like down below if it was. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. And folks, ring that bell to receive notifications every time I post a new video. Guys, thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Bye. Say bye-bye, Cheshire. Say bye. Say bye-bye. Yeah. Mwah.